guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. And in this video, guys, I get asked a lot of questions regarding what happens during one-on-one sessions that we have with people in our mentoring program. And so I can't really explain it. I can only literally just show you. So what I'm going to do in this week's video is just to get the answer out to that particular question that I keep getting asked over and over and over again. This is a small portion, and I mean like a really small portion of a one-on-one session that I had with one of our mentoring students. So for those of you that still had questions about what does a one-on-one session look like, during the mentoring session during the mentoring program, you get 3 of them. Throughout the 12-week program to make sure you're on track and stuff like that. So this is again a small portion of what one of the sessions that we just had last week was. Obviously every student is going to have different needs on different things that they want to improve upon. So in this specific one, we're going to be talking a lot about ADR, how to use it, and things of that nature, and how to use it with levels and things of that. So let's go ahead, literally jump right into it, and we'll catch you after this.
Would you say to the exact way that you do it yourself? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what. I'm not somebody who needs to be right in their own analysis. At the end of the day, I'm using the FXN strategy. I want to do it the exact way that you're doing it. Right. So would you say just stick to these? So that's the,
I do it normally counting just on the 1 hour time frame.
Okay, so we're on the 1 hour. I just changed that now. I'll let you map it out if that's okay. I'll delete this shit.
And so I just use the ADR.
Okay, cool.
To determine how far up am I going, and then basically when do I get a reset. So I know typically if I go 3 times ADR in one direction, I should get a reversal at some point. Whether that reversal goes, let's say 1 times ADR or not, is another thing. But if I'm expecting a reversal after we get to 3 times ADR. So if we can get a reversal 3 times ADR going back up in one direction, that would confirm that that's going to be the new peak, So like how you have it mapped out here is, essentially if you scroll to the yeah. So you're mapping it out based on the 1 hour time frame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like if you were to have it, if you were to say this right here is peak formation high, you'd have level 1. This would be level 2. And then in here would be level 3, and then this would be peak formation low.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I would start measuring basically the ADR.
Okay.
Here to here. What's that ADR like?
Okay, for real. Yeah.
And so if it's 3 times ADR, now I know, okay, well, I'm going up 1 level. I'll measure this one right here. From here to here. And then from here to here, is that 1 times ADR? Is it 2 times ADR? What is it? If it's only 1 times ADR from here to here, then I know this right here is a reset.
Okay, spot on.
You get what I'm saying? And then I start, okay, cool. So from here to here, I should have at least 300 pips if the average ADR is only 100 pips per day.
Okay, yeah, spot on. And then just a question whilst you're there. So you see when it does the M formation,
right?
Is it better to use that as a confirmation that it is a reset, or is it purely
the confirmation comes from the move that happens after?
Okay.
So if you look at the move that happens afterwards, so literally this move right here. That's your confirmation because this moves down into level 1.
Yeah.
And so if you measure this out from here to here, this is going to be well well at 1 times ADR or more in 1 day. And so that right there is what helps you confirm whether that's a reset or not. And then not to mention, of course, whether it breaks this previous, peak formation low.
We were talking about it a few weeks ago in one of the lessons, and we were talking about, of course, using it. These are what we referred to. I was calling them intraday levels, but we confirmed that these are the weekly cycle levels. And I do use these as like a directional bias, but I wanted to confirm whether they used what you use firstly, and what is the main thing that's used by FXN. And you've said this, so yeah, no, like I'm gonna be using that every time now. So that's cool. Thanks.
So for me, right, if I want to trade a pair, there's a couple things that I have to have in order for me to trade that pair. So I have to be able to identify either peak formation high or low.
Yeah.
If I can't identify that, then I don't even look at the pair. So that has to be identifiable. The second thing is that once I identify peak formation high or low, where are we? How many pips away are we from that peak high or low? So if we're basically like, let's say 3 times ADR from that peak or high, that peak high or low, then I'm basically waiting for a confirmation for a reversal, right? If I'm 1 times ADR, then I'm selling that shit. If it's if it's not. I'm basically waiting for the retracement or for a price action to give me the pattern to trade. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I identify peak formation high and I see it's only gone down 1 times ADR, I know that I should be at level 1. And I can literally confirm that by looking at the cross of the 1350 and things of that nature, right?
Yeah.
And so now I'm like, all right, cool. I'm a complete seller at this point. So the only thing that I'm interested in is looking for the pattern setup that it gives me for a sell, whether it be a type 2, 3, or 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Awesome.
So that's the only thing I care about. If I identify, let's say, peak formation high, and then I see that I'm at 2 times ADR, then technically speaking, I should be at level 2, and I should see a 5200 cross right above me. Right? So if I see that, okay, cool. Now I'm still looking for a sell. Now I'm actually kind of interested to see whether or not I can get a sell set up that pins to the 50 or 200 EMA.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that'll just add to the confirmation list of things that I'm looking for.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's spot on. What I'm gonna do is definitely implement that. I definitely need to backtest it a little bit more, but that's awesome. The fact that the ADR is being used as the main. It's the main sort of way.
That's like the main thing.
Yeah.
That helps you determine, okay, when is a reversal possible?
So if we have a look from here,
you can use like the EMAs and stuff like that. But what happens whenever you have a situation where you have news release or something and price goes straight and makes a huge movement in one direction? All the EMAs are going to cross over because of that.
Yeah.
So you have to have a basis of what what you're going to use, and that has to be ADR, because every single day that there's an average of price movement that it has on every single pair, and that's just a fact. That's not my opinion. That's just what happens.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
No, thanks, man. With that, so we've got the level set up, which are better now. Thanks. And let's have a look. So what I would normally do as well. So what we're literally saying then is we're pretty much happy. Okay, has this moved? The first thing we're going to do is what you said. So has this moved 3 times the ADR
You want
here?
to count it from the bottom, bro.
Okay, cool.
So from down here, from the bottom to the
Yeah.
top. It's like, how many pips is that?
280 pips.
Right.
So,
So if you go any higher, right, it's not going to make any sense. So from here, let's say from here to here, let's say
Yeah.
that's 2.8, almost 3 times ADR.
okay, so we're looking at this being a reset.
Right.
So if we
So here's how I look at it, right? So if you're telling me that from here to here it's 2.8
yeah,
times ADR, that's pretty much almost a 3 times ADR.
yeah,
Okay, how do I count levels from this? Right? So you would count peak formation low, you count level 1, that's this. This right here would be level 2, and this right here would be level 3 or peak formation high.
yeah,
This would be level 1 that turns essentially into a reset after it crosses this.
okay,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's how I would see it.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for mapping that out. So we've made the levels out of there, so it makes sense. So let's just draw. We could arguably say that's another. We'll change the color of this. So we could arguably say this is another level.
That would be level 1 after
Yeah.
the reset. Right.
And now
it would be peak formation low. This would be level 1.
Yeah. So now we're waiting to see what forms, basically. So I'm comfortable with that. We know we're looking for longs. So I'd note on here pretty much just let's say buys. Simple. Paint that green. Awesome. So we're going on a 15-minute time frame now. We're ready to pretty much trade. We're going to see what's presented this session. Okay, awesome. So it's made a trending move up Monday, and we had I believe it was I would say that even though this has ended up here, because of this move, I'd say that's a market maker cycle. What's your thoughts on that?
From Monday, it looks like that would be a trending cycle because you're creating higher highs and higher lows.
Okay, awesome. Okay, just started there, ended there. Okay, so we're happy with that being a trending. We know that when GU, of course, has a trending cycle, the back-to-back trending cycles is at a very high probability. So we're keeping that as an option, and we're looking for buys anyway. Let's have a look. So
that's what, Tuesday, right?
Yeah, so this is just forming Tuesday now. So I'm going to play it, and I'll just say my honest thoughts as I play this out and see what's presented.
So, I mean, right there, do you see that? So that right there, you see how it spiked in the middle of the range? Right?
Yeah.
You see that? I'd be looking for a type 3 setup.
Yeah.
Is what I would be looking for automatically. Boom. Right there, that right there would be my entry.
Okay, awesome. Have we got a stop hunt? Yes, it's this candle.
Right. You don't, because you're in a trending cycle from the previous week, you don't have any kind of, idea of where it would go unless you look at 4 weeks back or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For real. Yeah, you definitely have to look on the high.
You basically going like, let's say 30 pips or whatnots, or if you're trying to swing trade it, that right there, that 120, is that 130?
Yeah, 130. You see where I take profits?
If you go back below that, or go over more to the left so I could see it. Yeah, so like you'd be looking at stuff like here.
Okay.
You want something easy to hit.
Okay, cool. When I've been doing my take profits, bro, I just Yeah, I'm just being absolutely honest with you so you can give me whatever feedback. I would normally do like these.
Yeah. So that's the extreme, right? But you want something to like actually hit. So you want to
Okay.
make it easy. So
Cool.
what's easy? Look what's here, 126.
Yeah.
An even number,
Yeah.
right? So make that easy because it's been hit before.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
All right, guys, welcome back. I hope that that small portion was able to answer your questions about what happens during a one-on-one session. Again, every student is different, so every student would have its own, different needs with different topics, subjects, or whatever the case may be. So I hope this brought to light essentially what to answer your questions regarding what happens during our one-on-one sessions. We only have, I think, 2 or 3 spots left for the next class that literally starts on the 11th. So I believe a week from now that it starts from. So if you have any interest or need any help, links are in the description. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of the week.